Let me check the stuff. What is this? Episode
We'll say early, but
78.
it's late.
It's not that late. 9:23. It's all right. That's a good time. That's a decent time.
You
We
know.
we in here. Episode 78. Yep, it's working. I see the joints. Diddy, we got some news for y'all. I mean, y'all seen it. Y'all heard it. Diddy
Yes.
has been officially charged with sex trafficking.
Officially,
Yeah, with sex trafficking, which is, if you think about it, his houses were raided like 3-4 months ago. Why it took
okay.
so much time? Like, I don't know nothing about law enforcement or charges and all that. I'm thinking they raided him months ago. He's been free all this time. He hasn't left the country. He's been free all
That's
this
my question.
time, and
Man,
all of a sudden now, you know what I'm saying? Now they want to charge him with something, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It almost seems like something's being drug out, dragged out. There's something else going on at play behind the scenes, but Diddy's yoked up. So what y'all think is going on?
hey, boy, I don't know nothing about nothing, but why you still here? I would have been hanging with Russell Simmons. You know what I'm talking about?
He probably couldn't
Would have
leave.
Uh-huh. He couldn't.
couldn't.
Yeah, they
Uh-uh.
probably when they raided his joints, whatever deal was made or whatever, like he probably couldn't leave. People were saying he left the country. That turned out to be
Bro.
false. So he might have
Yeah,
been,
they
forced
snatched
to
his
be here.
ass up. I would have been in Bali. I'd have been in Bali with
You
them
would have paid
Indians. You know what
somebody
I'm talking
black
about?
market jet, black market shit. Get
Absolutely.
the
He
fuck out
got
of
it.
here. It's
He
true.
Damn
got
sure.
it. I'm talking about.
Plenty too. He could have made something shake. But
Oh, that shit
what I
froze.
think though, honestly,
What's up?
when they raided his house the first time, the tapes that they was looking for, well, not the tapes, the
The evidence.
Evidence.
the evidence
Proof.
that incriminated so many other celebrities and so many politicians, governors. I mean, you name it. Everybody probably was on something that Diddy had, because everybody has been to that man's parties. So the weight gain was, listen, we'll give you to such and such time to hand that shit over. If it don't, the federal indictment is gonna come, and that's what the fuck happened. Now
That's a good
we're
theory.
witnessing that as we speak. But if you want to ask me a question, is Diddy going to jail? No.
Nigga in
He's
jail.
already in jail. He's in jail
Y'all
right now.
think, man? Y'all think Diddy in jail?
I mean, they could be telling us he's in jail.
That was the news saying.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah,
Was,
and then what I
Was
just
Jeffrey
said,
Epstein in
no,
jail?
everyone, you just said the key thing. Who said it? Who said it?
The news said he in there.
Thank you. The media said it, right? We already know what happened when the media say shit.
Facts. No, they're full of shit. All right,
Every,
that
okay,
makes sense.
All the whole media outlet is hollering this.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same narrative.
But
It's
it
another
almost,
distraction.
yeah. It
To me,
almost
ain't
seemed
another-
like. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, it's another distraction. We already know this. So what is they hiding due to the fact that now Diddy face is being plastered all over the screen, far as now that to the point where we're talking about it at this point, because every social media outlet or anything we turn on is Diddy. Everybody's talking about it. So what is really going on that y'all want to talk about Diddy all of a sudden?
I mean, you could take it. You could take it that way, but I still feel like Diddy's a big story because of who he mingled with, who attended his parties, other celebrities, other VIPs. Like, I don't know if y'all seen this. Like the past few days, there's been mad, high-profile people resigning from their positions. There's this music dude. I forget his name, but you can Google and see. There's people that you would think that have association and or maybe business or friendship with Diddy that are resigning from their positions of high whatever, and they're CEOs of these companies. And people are saying, that's because Diddy snitching, the pike is coming down, all these motherfuckers are just getting ready because their name's going to come up in some shit. You know what I'm saying? High profile people, celebrities, people we don't know, rich motherfuckers, elite.
Can't we say that? Can't we say that all the time? Because remember, didn't them, what's the boy? Didn't
Epstein.
Bezos and Gates and somebody stepped down around the same time? It was a bunch of a bunch of tech company CEOs stepped down.
Yeah, that was
around
a
the
few
same
years
time.
ago.
And that
Before
was
COVID.
around Epstein time, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was around Epstein. It was around Epstein. It was kind of similar. I don't know if it was the same, but Epstein had a list or like the Epstein, the Epstein flight logs or whatever,
Right.
and a bunch of people was resigning
As
a couple
CEO
years
shut
ago.
down.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But we haven't heard anything from that, at least not on mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
And guess what? He's way bigger than this Diddy case.
Epstein,
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, no, for sure.
how did it go so hush hush? But now Diddy is being plastered all over the
No,
social media
Epstein, no,
everywhere.
Epstein was plastered too, but I think
He was,
Diddy,
but
Diddy's
then it
more,
went what? Hush hush.
Diddy's more of a celebrity though, right? To be honest, Epstein, I didn't know Jeffrey Epstein until they arrested him. I
Right.
didn't know shit about him. Some
Shit,
billionaire,
he
you
had
know
a
what I'm
whole
saying?
album. It's
Yeah.
just that we
So
didn't know because the media
right. Yeah.
presented him to us. But he's big. If he got a whole fucking island, come on, how big is he?
So I guess I would say Epstein knew more movers and shakers, right? More. I don't say more. They probably know about the same amount of people, the same
Epstein had
type
more
of people, right?
connection.
But I'm saying, did he know more poor people? More poor people know about a Diddy, right? More
Well,
common
he's
folk
more of
know
a
about a Diddy,
celebrity.
right?
He's a celebrity, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
But
you could say. But
yeah,
to me, it's still it's really no difference when you look at the fact of the matter is, and we see what happened to Jeffrey Epstein. Um, we'll never see him again. I doubt if he's dead, but
yeah, I don't think so
to
either.
say he went, yeah, they put him in that situation. No, that's why when you ask me what's Diddy, do I think Diddy in jail? I really don't believe that. I mean, it's like I said, another distraction for the put on for the American people to get us to talking about what's going on. Did he do a lot of the things that they saying he did?
Probably so.
I'm not a person to say I believe, but what I have seen, I know he may have done some of these things and hearing some of the shit and all the things he have done with men, women, maybe even children. These people sick, so
Sure.
I don't even know their limits no more. It's like when
Mhm.
you got enough money, the normal shit is no longer normal to you. You got to do some outrageous, sick ass shit to get off, and it's the shit that
Right.
these motherfuckers do. You get what
No,
I'm saying? So
that's a fact.
is
The
the
other thing
money really?
is, he might even, you know, I partially think he's a scapegoat to something else. I feel like he was doing these things on behalf of someone else. When I say doing, I mean like setting up the tape recorders or recording people, all that type of shit.
Mhm.
That's like CIA operations. Like if you know what the CIA was doing back in the day, they're the ones that wrote that playbook. Get somebody in a compromising position, get them around some
Mhm.
kids, maybe get them cheating on their wife or something, record it, boom. Now you have blackmail material. So that's straight out the CIA playbook. Epstein was doing this on his island. Diddy was doing this in his mansions. So you can't tell me that there's not more to this story than is just Diddy on a power trip with his money and want to do these freak offs and buy all this fucking baby oil. Like I really feel like there's something more sinister, or there's people behind him. There's a machine behind him who is enabling him and or using him to collect these tapes and data and compromising information on people in the industry and in politics or whatever. So, like you said, I don't. He may not be in jail for real, but I think this. I think over the next few weeks and months, we're gonna probably hear about some people that we love and hold dear to our hearts. You know what I'm saying? And engaging in some heinous shit. I've been hearing rumors about Jigga. They've been saying Jay
Yeah.
Z's up there. I don't know.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy though, Flop? What is this? Is all a part of the show. What if the part of his contract says it ends in public humiliation?
Mm.
This is a stage that
So you
we
knew the whole
all. You
time.
got to think about it. Everybody is talking about his situation, so there's no damage to his character because the character is already damaged. So
Mhm.
anything that plays out behind it is really null and void because we already know what type of person they say he is.
Mm-hmm.
So with that character being killed off, he wouldn't mind. But
Oh,
for
he gonna
them
go
to,
off and be somebody else and live a
yes,
different life.
come on, we know how this go. So for his character, exactly. So to put it on TV and have it like it's a big ass trial and on some R. Kelly shit, that's too much. You get what I'm saying? It's all entertainment. I believe it's a part of his contract that was set up for him to do. This is how you end. This is the Puff Daddy character. The brotherly love is what he changed the name.
Right.
I see why he
For the
wanted
love.
love, loving the brother
For the love.
so much.
All right. Well, let me ask you this:
Too
what
much love.
benefit, if that's true, if that's the role he's playing, and that's the script of his life of that character, what benefit
Mhm.
do they have of the so-called tapes or recording other people if you're basically telling the world that he was doing this? Now you know there's other people out there with these compromising tapes, and you
Mhm.
know you kind of hitting it. You basically giving people the reason to look at the industry with a side eye. Not that they don't have reasons already, you know what I'm saying, but like this type of stuff has been bubbling in the past few years already. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody's already looking at celebrities and high profile people in this way. You know what I'm saying? So like, where's the benefit for the elites, so to speak? If this is this is a character, this part of the script, play this out,
So
but we gonna be looking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I say, to move a new pawn in, right? To usher in a new whoever, right? Y'all know.
50 Cent.
So when it, yeah,
You said
50.
50.
So when it happened to Bill Cosby, right? He was kind of way out his prime. He wasn't doing that major, but what he was trying to make a power play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they stopped him from making a power play. They took his health away, took some time away, so that way when he wanted to make the move, he ain't had the energy. He ain't got it no more, right? I ain't got the kind of gusto for it no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So with Diddy, he's still in the prime. He's still young. He's still vibrant. He still got energy and creativity and thought to do other things, right? So let's get him out the way. Let's get another guy that we can't control or seemingly can't control, right? 50 Cent making all kinds of unconventional moves, right? I wouldn't call it unconventional because he's a creative guy. He's a smart dude, but it's still unconventional for somebody in hip hop to be. I got shot 9 times on the block of the biggest robber in the world to I got movie studios and 50 TV shows on the networks to just playing in an arena that isn't playing in an arena where the door wasn't easy for him to access, right? That door literally had to be kicked down. You know what I'm talking about? He didn't just, or was he ushered into that room? Was he ushered into that realm? Was he walked into these type of deal. So I ain't trying to take nothing from him, but I'm saying with Diddy out the way, there is no more mogul. Without Russell Simmons in the way, there is no more black mogul in that space. You feel me?
I don't know, something about 50. I don't feel like 50 fucks with that type of shit. I don't know. There's something about his aura.
Russell didn't either.
Right, that was a shock. Russell was a shock, but 50 seems because 50 be joking Diddy on the gay stuff. You know, he jokes a lot of people.
Right. 50 with that gay shit too.
You think 50 was doing that too?
Yes, of course. Come on, man. Listen, that's the name of the industry. But the thing with Puff is they have no control over it right now because it's been out in the media for years. So he has to gracefully bow out with these type of charges because that's what's been put on him. They don't have a lid on it. And if the media could have had a lid on it and nobody knew about this, we would never hear about it. Why do you think it went on for so long? Somebody just say, you know what, fuck it. This is what's being told. I'm gonna tell it. You get what I'm saying? Because it has went on forever. We can go all the way back to Biggie days, and Biggie laying on Puffy's shoulder, kind of rubbing his head like that's his daddy or some shit. I'm like, man, come on, man.
Right.
We can go all the way back. So, as far as the elites is, it's moving you around. Okay, you exposed before you get reckless and expose anybody else. We gonna get you out the way because we know you got video evidence. He's a smart black man. Of course, he gonna record shit that's going on in his home. Because he going to use that as evidence later. That's why he collected the evidence. They knew he had the evidence, and they wanted it.
They tried to go get it. Yeah. And he's smarter than them, too. He's smarter than them, so you can't find that.
Yeah. The thing about it is they don't want some lawyer with somebody that may have had a situation with Diddy to come back to bite him, and because they suing Diddy for some shit that he did to them, and they fuck around and run into them files and get into them files. Now everybody is exposed. They got to have them tapes. They got to have them documents to make sure he can't put that
in the system, Brody. But like you said earlier, too, Cuzzo, like it's a script play as well, right? So it's also letting the hip hop community know, or black people know, or black men know, you can't get this high without playing our rules, right? Look at the guys who are that high up in the arena. If you want to get this high, if they take down Sean Carter, if they take down Diddy, if they taking down Russell, they taking down Bill, you only can get this high if you playing those type of games. If you ain't playing this type of games, don't even aspire to do these type of things, right? Man. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm talking about? That's how I look at it. Like, if you want to be a mogul like Diddy, because Diddy was that dude. You know what I mean? TV shows, he that guy. He's that guy. He's something to aspire to be. But now it's like, I can't even do it because I gotta traffic kids and live with thousands of bottles of fucking baby oil.
It's the character, man. Like I said,
and he was on Earn Your Leisure maybe two years ago, yelling about DeLeon, right? Yelling at DeLeon, the liquor company, not treating him fairly with his tequila brand. How his tequila was lower quality. Ciroc. Right. No, not Ciroc, but DeLeon. Oh, okay. How the other company, the DeLeon tequila, how the proper agave, they was downgrade his agave or whatever, right? So he wanted to go find it out, and not even a year later, the allegations with Cassie come out, and then this shit just unraveled in his fucking face as soon as he said something about that shit, right? So
y'all think Diddy is just playing his role? He's cool with his name getting dragged in the mud, like, cause he know this character is over. He's probably gonna turn into somebody else, live on, or whatever the case have you, and he's not sweating nothing. He's not sweating no charges. He's not sweating no jail time because it's all fake. That's what y'all saying.
I believe so, and I believe with Diddy character, because he was so big, his role became you play it as it go. You get what I'm saying? Not so much as so much structure and scripted for him. It probably started out like that, but the bigger he grew, his role probably became into basically, day-to-day basis, or however they explained it to him, or whatever the case may be. So they are like, since this is out in the media, we have no control over it. Somebody has to pay for this, and you're the scapegoat right now. He's going to accept that role because at the end of the day, the same people that's giving him this option is the same one that gave him his fame. You get what I'm saying? So he know they can take it from him, which is what's going to happen in the end, which he's willing to do, because guess what? He know he can come back and play another person here in this game of Hollywood stage events that happens constantly.
So what about R. Kelly? Did R. Kelly get that same deal? Because R. Kelly seemed like he was
he wasn't that big though. He was talented. He wrote songs for other people. He had a hella pen, hella voice. But R was just a pawn too. He was a smaller pawn, right? R. Kelly, he was big, but he won't did it. He won't. So he won't. R. Kelly won't making business moves with Ciroc.
He was just a singer. He was just a singer.
He was just a piece of talent.
Hold on.
No, I'm not saying that. I ain't saying that. That's still small to the scale of I'm making a song for A&Rs. I'm making songs for the music industry, right? I'm making songs for people and talent, right? And I'm making my own music. But I'm not starting my own media company. I'm not starting my own record label. I'm not starting my own clothing brand. I'm not starting my own anything. I'm just still stuck in my talent of music and singing. Yeah, right? So, I think Jay-Z had a line, and it's fitting for this, right? In American Gangsta, he said, fighting, you never survive. Running, you never escape. So just fall for grace. And Diddy just got to fall, right? He just got to eat this.
But the thing up.
What do you think about R. Kelly here?
The thing with Kels, though, Kels only in jail due to the fact that he ain't want to get no master. R. Kelly has wrote so many #1 songs for so many artists. It's crazy, bro. He done
Mm-hmm.
wrote over 20 hit records for other people.
That number probably
He
like the
wanted
40
that
or
man
50, boy.
catalog. He wouldn't sell the catalog. That's why he's still sitting where he's sitting, because he don't want to give up the rights to that music. You know, it's funny though, because if you look at a lot of this shit in the long game, when you really trace it back, it always tied to some money or some type of evidence that these people have that the people that's accusing them of all this shit wants. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it normally plays out like that. It's always something that they got. Because if they didn't have something on these people wouldn't be fucking with them. You get what I'm saying? Kells probably never give up his masters because he know that's where his money, that's his base. That's
Right.
what makes him.
I mean, he could do that, and then they could still keep his ass in jail, and then he's broke and in jail.
No, they'll let him out. They'll let him out. They'll let him out.
They can't let the boy.
You know what they do? Good. They'll do a surprise appeal and say, yeah, we found some evidence in the video. Hey, I ain't playing. I'm dead serious.
Oh, they'll prove.
Come
Yeah,
on,
that
man.
wasn't him in the video. Right.
How you think Bill Cosby got out?
Why the cage bird saying they can't let that bird out say because he got that kind of voice that he hit any block bitch and get right. You know what I'm talking about?
Man.
Especially with the streaming shit the way it is now, he'll get on any microphone and motherfucker.
He own rights. He own rights to so many people's music.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. He even to Michael Jackson. He wrote songs for Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, bro. He wrote songs for all of these people. You get what I'm saying?
His pen was crazy. But
Man,
it's back to what you're saying too, though.
And still the best R&B singer that ever graced my face.
Our generation, that nigga was hitting that shit, boy. But it's still like, again, back to what I said. If to the black man, if you ain't trying to pee on the bench, if you ain't trying to play with little girls, you know what I'm talking about? If you ain't trying to, you can't make it. Right. If you can't make it here. Yeah. And I hope that's not true. You know what I mean?
I hope
I got dreams. I got aspirations.
I hope that system is crumbling. Like I feel like on my optimistic side, I feel like that's the way it's been operating for so long. But I feel like with stuff like this happening, people are getting, put on game. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of dope artists out there that are just not signing to majors because A, is not worth it. B, the bullshit you got to deal with. The debt you got to go into when they advance you money, like that's not free money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are staying independent. So I don't know. Hopefully that's not how the world is going to maintain or continue to work. But, you know what I'm saying? I got to be optimistic and be like, I can't feel like, I know that they can do that and they've been doing that, but I can't feel like that's the way it's going to be forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there are a lot of successful people that the world loves. That, we hold dear to our hearts, celebrities, non-celebrities, whatever the case have you. And to think that, okay, the only way you can get so big is if you got to be doing some crazy shit, getting taped.
Gotta be corrupt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to feel like that is like, bro, name any celebrity, anybody who's a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. You kind of take that, you take away any kind of success or any kind of accolades or anything they achieve by just saying you done fucked some people or you got fucked. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, it's crazy. But I don't know. I don't know shit. We don't know shit.
But all I can tell you is if they're not going to give you access to their millions, if you're not willing to touch your toes, they're not going to give it to you. This the game that they play. So, like I said, back to the Diddy situation. They know all along what Diddy been doing. They know Diddy been making people touch their toes for eons. Because he started out touching his toes too. So, he followed the trauma that traumatized him. So he did that shit onto other people. This is a sick world. And these people in industry, they have to have that type of evidence or that type of, how can I say, stripping of your manhood. Say, you know what? Yeah, I gave you that money, but guess what? I own your ass. I own your soul. You get what I'm saying?
It's not funny, but yeah.
look. So is 50 gonna escape unscathed? Because he's supposed to be he alpha, right? You ain't taking my man. I'm big dog. I'm a man. You ain't playing those games, right? But then also, look at Tyler Perry getting to the top, and he goddamn sold his motherfucking shit. So
I believe Tyler Perry. Like, I could go through a list of celebrities who I think may have been compromised or did some shit to get where they are, and then there's some others that I would like seriously question and be like, I can't see them doing that, and I'd be genuinely shocked if they did, but then it'd still be like, God damn, this person, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then they say you hating them.
See, that's what the elites hold. You heard what you just said, Flop? I can't believe this person did that. That's the dignity that they take from them people that know that if the world heard that, listen, you had to do this and do that to get to where you at, how would the people really perceive you now? Because we see them as a person like, damn, we all even with all the child actors, and now that we're hearing about all the fucked up shit that happened to them, how many times we looked on TV and was like, damn, I wish I was one of them. Come on, man.
Right.
Orlando Brown a fucking weirdo now.
Yeah, knowing that these kids were being abused on a constant basis, just to be in the roles that they wanted that they was in. Yeah, bro, that shit's sick.
Getting compromised by their parents and shit, by their family that don't love them.
Right. So
hey, look at Martha Stewart. You heard the same way. Martha Stewart was up there. She ain't, kind of the same, but she in the same. She was goddamn a darling, a sweetheart. Goddamn did something they ain't like. Go play with the niggas now. Go hang with Snoop Dogg, right? And she's still big time, but it's like she not squeaky clean, right? She ain't got that same.
Yeah, she got arrested with tax evasion or some dumb shit, or insider trading or something.
They just taxed her.
I don't blame her.
How that work? You got taxed.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah.
Go down a notch.
That's it. Let me take a little bit of money. You just pay the people. Everything will go away.
And go play with the niggas.
Walk in court with good lawyers and walk out. You done paid your way. That's all it's about, man. It's all about the dinero.
Look, 200, pay 200, pass go.
There you go.
Right.
You got to understand, it's enough people got enough money to kill people and just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Type of people we dealing with.
No, that's facts though. But if they go to trial, I think they're going to trial. If they televise it, people gonna be watching that like they did with the Johnny Depp and the other joints. My thing is, if they start naming names like Trey Songz's name came up, Meek Mill came up, T.D. Jakes obviously came up. Who else?
Powerbomb.
You're right. There's so many. There's so many potential people, celebrities in the industry that's like they must be on edge. Tyler Perry, Jim Jones, and Tyler Perry, like their names might come up in these things. They got video. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna take down a bunch of people. I don't know. I heard Jay-Z's next. Jay-Z's been accused of some shit. You know what I'm saying? Some lawsuits floating around with him. I don't fucking know. I don't really like Jay-Z for real. But.
I ain't like Jay-Z.
Huh?
I don't think they're gonna.
Jay-Z.
I don't think he's as dope as everybody trying to make him out to be.
Not lyrically, not to be in it. Not his show was stolen. But I don't think he's gonna be harmed in this situation. It's not enough people talking about him for real. They're gonna take one as they would call black icon to us, which I don't call him an icon because I don't subscribe to celebrities, especially in that music industry, celebrities as icons or even role models or leaders to look to. Period. So he gonna wear the breath of what's going on for him and what they got planned for him. He ain't really worried. They already know how this is going to play out. I doubt if it goes to any type of trial to be on TV. I don't even got a quarter coming out of it. To be honest, I don't. I don't see it because they know that we know that that's what we're looking for because we know that they planning to do something like that. So they ain't gonna put that shit all over TV. Next week, 2 weeks from now, they'll have a whole nother story about something else. Watch how quiet this Diddy shit get. As soon as the media leave it alone, it's dead. Just like
that's what happened last time. Yeah, a few months ago, we talked. It was in the news for like a week and a half when his houses got raided. People thought it was done. It disappeared. 3-4 months later, now he's getting it charged. So you're right. They
We
could
definitely got
be.
to put the case together.
It seems like a rhythmic, some type of pattern where it's like,
Rigmarole.
right, like all right, this is the new shit. All right, let's leave him alone for a little bit. Like the fact that his houses got raided back, was it March or February or some shit of this year,
Earlier this year.
right? And then there was all this talk about him leaving the country and him running, but then he ended up being free the whole time, and you forget about it. Then boom, now it's back in your psyche. They talking about it again. Now he's actually in jail. He's charged. Okay, what was he doing all this time? How was he free all this time if they had all this evidence? If they actually raided his fucking houses, what was he doing? How was he able to be free? Why wasn't he charged back then? So
But listen, you ever check to see what type of agents raided his house?
they were
Yeah,
home.
right.
What were they? Home.
Homeland Security.
Homeland, right?
Why would Homeland Security be raiding your house? Why is Homeland Security doing raids? Why was the news people already on the scene when the raid was going on, taking place? How did all this
That's a fact.
information get out?
The police
See,
kid was on jump
like
that
that,
they wanted.
it was. See, it's no different than Hollywood setting up. They set, man. Come on, this is an act. Shit like that. Come on, really? Homeland Security. What is Homeland Security doing in that man's house? Now, if they was due to be there, looking for the evidence they really wanted, because I thought his house was getting raided behind some sex tapes or sex shit. Why is Homeland Security there? I mean, I didn't understand that.
Well, Homeland's supposed to be protecting the home, but if there's foreign, like let's say for instance, I don't know, if he's trafficking foreign people from out of the country into this country, I can see Homeland getting involved with that. You know what I'm saying? Or trafficking people from here out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's not what it was though, because they, like I said, they had to make it bigger than what it was. They could have used the regular police to do that. The regular SWAT team could have did that. They could have executed that warrant. Why did you need Homeland Security? Because when you put it on the news, you had to beef it up. That's why they were already in place.
And Homeland's federal, so they got more pull to do stuff.
It's no different than the man.
They can be brought down. Regular police is they ain't. Homelands is they're supposed to be higher quality agents. You know what I'm talking about? They're supposed to be.
They got more pull,
more moral, more just than, and like I said, more pull. So I don't know.
Homeland.
I don't see the regular police.
Homeland's a type.
You raid in a house and you know he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
They knew they knew he wasn't there. Like I said, it's no different than the man stepping off the space shuttle onto the moon, saying one giant step from mankind. Then there's somebody in the background with a video camera, like
right. Homeland Security is the type of agency, like if they go in there and they find the evidence they're looking for, they can hide it from other agents or from other agencies. Cops go in there, they got to report up, you know what I'm saying? So they might not have had the pull that Homeland had that the cops don't have, you know what I'm saying? But
all it was, listen, all it was a power play. Cause guess what? Whoever gets them confiscated devices or whatever information they was looking for, now they got leverage over all them people that's incriminated on those files. So now extortion really starts to happen. Now you have to pay this, you have to pay that, you have to pay this. So it's bigger than what we think it is, because we know the type of parties that Diddy had and the type of people that would come to his parties. Even Ben Stiller, Ben Stiller been there a couple of times.
Shit, he said,
the type of people he had at his parties, and everybody know what goes on at the Diddy party.
It's crazy, right? You're gonna get drugged, your booty hole get violated. It's crazy.
I want to touch on a point Cuzzo said before though, like stop looking at these people like icons, celebrities, right? So like when the DNC pulled Megan Thee Stallion out, like why the fuck? You know what I'm talking about? Like why are we allowing the people who change laws and make us feel like the motherfucking comedians and the entertainers and sports people are so much more educated in particular fields other than making music, writing, rapping, playing a sport, right? Why they want to make us feel like they know more about a political agenda or a local level or some shit, right? Because I think niggas like Cornel West, he more of an icon to me, right? People like I can't even name a few. Robert Smith, I bang with Robert Smith. Cool. Byron Allen, they cool, right? They ain't never drew the ball, sang a note. You know what I'm talking about? And they not in the media like talking about. But the DNC can't even go to them people to tell them to do nothing.
Right.
Even,
it's the celebrity. I think it's called celebrityism, where it's like somebody who's famous, who has talent, so to speak, and a lot of people love. They have influence. You know what I'm saying? If you have an idol or you worship somebody who's another living being on this fucking planet, same as you. But if you worship somebody, you tend to be influenced by them more. So Megan Thee Stallion go up there.
Change that as a community, though.
No, that's facts. I believe that's real.
They want to handpick our celebrities. Basically, they want to give us the people that they want us to follow and who they think we should look up to. That's why a lot of the conscious people never get heard of. We hear more about the bullshit than we hear about anything. I ain't gonna say bullshit because human shit smell worse than bullshit. So the human shit that they give us, they just want to give us their own people who they put in position, which is a lot of entertainers, sports athletes, rappers, dumb shit like that. Nobody knows a political stance nowhere because you're grabbing these people from entertainment and having them speak for us. They don't speak for us, people.
And you know what else?
We say because of that they don't. Hold on, Frank. They stand on the fence, so they ain't got to pick a side. Go ahead, Frank.
No, I was gonna say, and these people probably don't have a choice because they probably were in those parties getting taped, fucking a child or doing something crazy. So they like, I got this tape of you doing this shit. Go up there and endorse me, bitch. And they ain't got no choice. It's either endorse me or we gonna out you.
See, because like I said, all that falls into the contracts. When dealing with Hollywood or in dealing with these people, they say, listen, you got to advocate for us whenever we come to you. You get what I'm saying? Even if it's against your own people, which 90% of the time is going to be against your own people. So, hey, I need you to go out and push this narrative. This is what I need done because there's a lot of money to be made behind it. And this is what you ass. So what are you going to do? Mm-hmm. And don't forget, we got the tape so you touching your toes. Come on, man. These people terrible, man.
CIA playbook, bro. Look it up. This is not conjecture. This is not conspiracy. This is fact. The CIA wrote this book. They wrote this playbook. They started in the 40s, 50s. They'll have a politician go to they'll just have a politician come to a room with a prostitute. And it used to just start with that, like a married politician and a prostitute. Then somehow it jump off the rails and they start involving kids for some reason. But they'll get a politician having sex with a prostitute, cheating on his wife or some shit. Got the camera on the side, record the shit. Boom, got him. Okay, you a senator, you a congressman, whatever you are. You this politician. We got this tape of you cheating on your wife. You fucking a prostitute. We own you now. Do what we say. And they
get bigger.
They were doing it with kids too.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
They would had a little girl come in the room with no clothes on, to send her to there, and he in there naked. All they want to do is get the picture. You get what I'm saying? Because you as a senator still can't explain how the hell you butt naked with a little naked child sitting over there, standing right there.
Right.
Even off a quick Snapchat, because you in there thinking you about to get off with somebody, and they send a little child in there real quick just to get the picture.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
That is bonkers, but that's what they do. See,
I got a question for y'all. Question for y'all. If they came to y'all and said, "Hey, man, I got this $500 million check for you, but all you got to do is tell niggas to hate themselves." You doing it?
Tell people who
hate themselves.
Tell black folks to hate themselves.
Nah, I couldn't do it.
So look at Charleston White. My man, I understand. He talk a good game. Frank, you gave me some some clips. He be talking that good stuff.
He's hit and miss. Yeah.
But it don't make sense. It don't make sense to me sometimes when old buddy be yelling about what he did, what he was doing, right? How he was doing this for the people, going out advocating.
Right.
But when his message wasn't received the way he thought it should have been, he switched it up to now he's pushing the agenda by being a fool and fucking cooning.
This is how I feel about Charles. I think he's an opportunist, and he's gonna say whatever is gonna get the most views and most likes, because the more views and more likes for his clips and his videos makes him money. Because I've seen him contradict himself. He'll say one thing one day, and then the very next week say the opposite, and it's just he's one of those wow factor shock factor guys. So like he'll say some shit and it'll be super real, right? And you agree with it. But then you say some ignorant ass shit right next to it, and it's just because he's one of those. What's the most outrageous thing I can say in this moment? Okay, you asked me this question. How can I answer this in a fanatical way that it will get the most views? That's what I think he is. I think he's just an opportunist. You know, I don't really know his politics. Like I don't know what he believes because he contradicts himself so many times. I think he's just online making money. That's how I feel about him.
And so what I'm saying is he abandoned his morals. Right, because most people that go in the street and street work, advocate work, not never are they gonna abandon the mission. Not never. It's like Marcus Garvey stopped doing what he was doing for his strip company just because they were fucking with him. Nigga, to the death of me, I'm going to pursue this mission. Right, I'm going to pursue the upliftment of. That man switched so goddamn fast they had to hit him with a check.
Yeah, I think he don't care. I think he's just about the money. That's how I feel. Like
It's
you come with him with a check, blank check, ask him to say anything. I honestly think Charleston White is the type that'll say it just to get that check and then keep it moving. Then you'll say the next thing that contradicts what he just fucking said. You know what I'm saying? So
See, but now I gotta understand, y'all people get caught up in the mix of the character. Because the man plays two different roles, just like how Hollywood explain everything is. You always playing a role, whether you know it or not. You play a role every day you get up in the morning. You get what I'm saying? You play roles. He basically tell people in a lot of his videos, this is my character. This is who I am when I'm online. When I'm not online, this is not who I am. You get what I'm saying? So he put on a persona for the whole world to think and see that this is what he do. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's always a lot of messages and a lot of shit that he's, because again, he's playing a character. Yeah. He's online playing a character that has made and generated him a lot of money by pissing people off, by saying some of the shit a lot of us already be saying that just don't be saying it or never got the opportunity to say it on the type of platform that he's saying it on to get money off.
You know, the sad part is
profited on.
The sad part is I'm noticing a lot more. Go ahead.
Look at a lot of the shit that he's done with dealing with the community and helping the children in his city, in his area. The man has did a lot. I promise you he had.
Did he abandon that mission though?
You said no, because he's still helping them. Listen. The money he gets, he spits back to the community and to the people that he helped.
Bro, that's true. I live low. If that's true, I live low.
When he do shows in like in whatever city, he go break bread with the people in the community.
That's dope. I know that.
You gotta respect something like that. That's why I said people fall in love with the character and want to assassinate the character, because that's who he playing online. But that's not who the man is in real life. You got to go back and dig into what people really doing. See, just like we see celebrities all the time, because the media has given us these people. But we don't know when they outside of the limelight. We don't know what their life consists of. You get what I'm saying? They could be doing some of the craziest shit in the world, which we're now starting to see.
Right. Like Diddy. We think he big mogul, big businessman, big moral guy. He down there touching on the babies.
We can't fall in, we can't get caught up in the characters. We can't get caught up in those, because you keep getting caught up in the characters, you'll continue to be lost because they switch so much. Because people are always in character and don't even know it. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, you play in a role. Right now, y'all playing the role of two married men going to work. You feel me? That's y'all role y'all playing right now. until your roles switch. It just ain't being filmed on a Hollywood stage every day, consistent of added shit to it that didn't really happen or whatever the case may be, like a lot of the other celebrity lives be. That's all it is.
Oh, y'all saw was it Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, the contract that they had together?
See?
Was yeah. That whole shit was
and now
fake.
he's suing.
Yeah.
And now he's suing because we done found out about the script.
Yeah, nah.
But you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand a lot of shit don't make sense. When you add it up, you see how this shit was set up. That was a money grab too.
Mm-hmm. Hollywood's a trip, man. Hollywood's a trip. But the veil is thinning. I still think the veil is thinning. There's an awakening happening. We've seen a lot more. Like 5 years ago, we couldn't imagine the shit we talking about today. 10 years ago, we couldn't imagine the shit we talking about today. It is what it is. I think there's truths coming out. People starting to learn more. They're starting to understand how the world really works. And I think that's good. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to be aware of that type of stuff. You know, especially for the youth. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of, I won't say ignorant, a lot of
misinformed.
Yeah, misinformed people that really think what they see on TV and what they see on the news is happening word for word as they're reporting it to you. But it's generally like so far from that. It's not even funny. It's actually sad. But that's the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? So it
take away, fellas. What we got taken away from this? What we taking away? Hebrew, what you got for us, brother, cousin?
If the media got it, people, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't make sense. Every news channel and every social media is talking about it. It is being done for a reason. So always just use a little discernment, step back, and see what's really going on.
That's a bar.
They keep you distracted for a reason. That's all I can tell you.
That's a bar. I mean, I don't see 50 taking the reins. I believe in 50 for some reason. I feel like he's real. I don't feel like he would do those crazy things.
Is he from New York?
Diddy's from New York too.
Moody Band.
Diddy from New York. Unless I start seeing some shit about 50. You know, again, I could be shocked and amazed and surprised if 50 is the next one on some shit like this, and it's like, oh, 50 was doing the whole shit, you know, fucking G Unit. I don't fucking.
You already said it though.
Huh?
You got real quick. You gotta go check some of J.R. Wright videos, and then is a couple.
No, I seen. Yeah, I watched her stuff. Yeah.
A couple artists that were supposed to sign that G Unit was saying that they wanted them niggas butt. Dead ass, yo. I'm dead. You can pull them videos up too. Pull up.
I want you and I like you.
Yeah, saying that they wanted his butt. He was like, the niggas at G Unit, he was like, yeah, they wanted. Come on, man.
Okay, no, that's
like
crazy.
I told you. Understand, real quick. I don't want me to cut you off.
No, you straight.
You cannot have access to that money if you don't touch your toes.
I don't know. I think this Diddy stuff is gonna morph into other exposure of other people in the next few weeks, few months. It could be all drama. It could be fake. It could be real. I don't know. I just know this last quarter, 2024, about to be insane. We got the election. We got this shit. Who the fuck knows what else? A banking crash, fucking power outage. I don't fucking know. We just gonna be here reporting what we can and talking our shit. That's it. That's what I
got. Take care of yourself, people. Celebrities don't give a fuck about you. Make sure you're eating right. Make sure you're working out. Make sure you love when people love on you. Make sure you take care of your personal responsibilities. You know what I mean? Make sure you get your money up. Make sure that you don't get distracted, because you can spend. I think somebody said niggas spend about 90 minutes a day. Most people average spend about 90 minutes a day on social media. That turned out to be, I think, 3.5 years for over 20-year period. That's 3.5 years of your life that you done dedicated to nothing. Absolutely nothing. Go study some shit. Go learn some shit. Go get better. If you spend 15 minutes a day for a year studying one thing, you'll be better than 90% of the people that's doing that one thing. You feel what I'm talking about? Go learn some shit, dog. Go get better.
No, that's a bar. That's facts. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for meeting us again this week. Every week, apparently Wednesdays now, we're doing this live. Like, share, subscribe, all the things, and we'll catch you next week. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Yep.